Investing from 2,000 miles away, basically buying a rental property, having other people do the work, and making money every single month is something I love doing. And I want to show you how I actually do this. Hey guys, Dustin Heiner here with Master Passive Income. And I want to show you how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate rental properties so you never, ever have to work a job again. And this would be properties that are thousands of miles away from you. Now, when I started investing, it was back in 2006. This was before the crash of 2009. And I was buying properties, and I was living in California, though. In California, you could not buy a property that wouldn't actually make money in cash flow because it was so expensive and the rents were low. So what I had to do, I actually had to fly to another state. So I flew to Ohio of all places, and found properties and started buying properties there. And I learned very quickly that you have to do a lot in order to make sure that you're doing it right, that you're successful buying rental properties from thousands of miles away. So I lived in California and I was investing in Ohio. Since then, I got Texas and Arizona as well. I have my real estate wealth building students who are investing in all over the country, everything from Florida to Tennessee to Indianapolis, Indiana to New York, like all over the place. And there are ways to do this right, but there are so many ways to do this wrong. So what I want to share with you is how you can actually invest from thousands of miles away and get this and make it an automatic business. When I say automatic, I mean, I literally don't work. You may have heard of the book 4-Hour Work Week. Well, working 4 hours a week isn't bad. I mean, that's much better than 4D-hour work week. But I kid you not, I work literally 30 minutes, not a week, not every other week, but 30 minutes a month. And no joke, I am this serious that I literally only work 30 minutes a month because I created an automatic business, and I'm able to do, fun stuff like talk to you guys on YouTube, having my podcast, and teaching people how to do this because I literally don't work. I have 30 plus properties, and I want to share with you how I make it an automatic business and how to invest and buy houses thousands and thousands of miles away so you don't even have to go there. Like, people ask me, well, Dustin, how many properties do you have? And I say, well, I have over 30 properties. And they say, well, my goodness, like, how do you manage all of them? Well, I hire other people to do it. And the next question is usually, do you ever go see your properties? And my answer is no, I don't. I don't need to. I have other people doing the work for me so that I don't have to. It's an automatic business. Basically, I hire the right people. They make sure my business runs right. Plus, I buy the right properties. I built the business first, which we'll talk all about. And so because I've done that, I've set up myself for absolute success. And every single property that I have, I make a minimum of $250 a month in passive income. $250 a month in passive income is the minimum. Some are even $400, $500, $600 a month in passive income. The first thing that you absolutely must do when you start investing in real estate is to build the business first. And if you listen to anybody else that teaches how to invest in real estate, what they're going to tell you is basically this. You find a property, you make sure it has a good location that people are going to want to live there and it's going to appreciate in value. And then you run the numbers and make sure you're going to make, $50 a month in passive income. And then you buy the property. Then you find somebody to fix it up. Then you find a property manager to basically get a tenant in there, and then you make passive income. Well, I'll tell you, that is literally what you don't want to do. That's the worst bit of advice. In fact, and it's sad to say, I actually buy properties off people who do this the wrong way. And I make a lot of money because they're fed up. They're like, just take the property away from me. I literally don't want this anymore because it's such a headache. I'm like, well, thank you. And this is the price I can give you. And it's a good price for me. And they just want to get rid of the property. So all that to say, don't do that. You want to build the business first. Let me quickly go through what it looks like to actually build the business. Number one, we find an area of the country to invest. Let's say it's Tennessee or Kansas or anywhere else, any other state that you're not living in from thousands of miles away. You find that state. Then you narrow down into a specific city that has a lot of properties. You don't want a city that has maybe 3 properties and maybe 300 people living there. That's going to be hard to find a tenant and find more properties. We want a good density of many, many properties there that we can buy and then have tenants rent. So as we're buying that property, we're realizing there's plenty of properties around that we can have tenants also to move in. Now, as you're doing that, you're now going to start finding and building the business, finding property managers, contractors, wholesalers, realtors, inspectors, plumbers, handymen, electricians, but basically anybody and everybody. You're going to build the business first before you even think about buying a property. Now, you have looked at the area and you said, you know what, this is a good area. I see some good properties. But what's interesting, so in my real estate wealth builders, as I coach people, I have group coaching where I teach people how to actually do this. What happens is they find an area, but usually what I tell them is all the houses that you see right now in this area, you probably will not buy them because they will have already been sold by the time you're ready. Do not buy a property, even if it's a fantastic property. Do not buy it. I'll give you a little bit of insight into one of my one-on-one coaching. So one student of mine, he was looking in Florida. He found a nice looking house, really, really nice looking house. Looks beautiful, Airbnb and all that sort of stuff. And he was going to buy it. He liked the property. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Do you have a property manager? Do you have a contractor? Do you have a realtor? Do you have handyman? Did you build the business first? And he said, no. I said, well, do not buy this property first. Build the business first. He built the business. The property stayed on the market for a while. And the reason why it stayed on the market for a while is because it was in a bad area. The property manager that he eventually found after he built the business drove by the property and said, I'm not going to manage this property. It's actually in a horrible, like very, very bad neighborhood. And I don't even want to drive there. I'm like, wow. Isn't that great that you built the business first? If you would have bought that property, you would be so out of luck. You'd be screaming, man, I wish I'd never bought this property. Because I taught you how to invest by building the business first, you are now saved from getting this bad property. So you want to build the business first. And don't worry, I will absolutely help you out with this. I want to give you my real estate investing course absolutely for free, showing you exactly what I just told you, how I just did, how I taught my students. I will literally give it for free. Go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Check in the description, the link will be there. Or you can even text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. I will literally give you my real estate investing course absolutely for free, helping you find an area of the country to invest, helping you build the business right, making $250 a month in passive income, making an automatic business, and being successful. So get that. As you are building the business first, the next thing that you need to do is hire the right people. The second thing is to hire the right people. If you do not hire the right people, they're literally going to be bad for your business, and you're going to be, and think about this, it'd be like hiring a bad employee, maybe one that's stealing from you, maybe one that literally doesn't work. They don't show up on time. They literally leave early, whatever it might be. You have a business, and that employee is a horrible employee. You actually have to fire them. Same thing in this business. When I first got started, I literally hired the first property manager. And the first property manager I ever met, I didn't talk to any other ones. It was just the one because I didn't know what I was doing. Now I teach all my students how to actually hire the right property manager. We interview lots and lots of property managers. We do it right, so we make sure we have the right property manager. My first property manager, after 6 months of working for me, I started getting bogus charges from her, like $1,000 for a new water line coming in when it literally wasn't done. Many other things, I'm not going to get into it, but I had to fire her quick and actually get to another property manager. So you want to hire the right people. Now, I'll give you some pro tips on exactly how to hire the right people. Number one, you want to interview many property managers, many realtors, many contractors, handymen. You want to call a bunch of people. You want to make sure you're interviewing them well and making sure you're not just hiring the first person that you talk to. That's number one. Another thing is when you're talking to them, make sure that you can actually feel like you have good communication with that person. The last thing you want is somebody who cannot call you back. You know, you're trying to work with them to hire them on, but they don't call you back for 3 days, 4 or 5 days. Like, that's horrible. Imagine this is somebody who you're trying to give them money. You're trying to get business from them, and they're treating you that badly. If they're treating you badly before they have your business, just imagine how bad it would be after they have your business and have your money. You want to have people that work for you that you can trust, that you know they're going to be taking care of your business. So you want to hire the right person. I'm going to give you another tip, another huge pro tip I had to learn the hard way. You hire slowly, but you fire fast. I'll say it again. Hire slow, fire fast. So you take your time when you're hiring the right person. You don't just hire the first person you meet. You don't talk to them one time. You talk to them many times. You talk to many other people. When you fire somebody, when you need to get, like my property manager, I needed to get rid of her. I fired her as quickly as I could because as soon as I realized, oh my goodness, there's something wrong, I literally fired her right then and there and got my backup person working in my business right away. So you want to hire slow and fire fast. The third thing that you need to do when you're investing from thousands of miles away, making an automatic business, is have others do the work for you. What you're going to find is that you're hiring people, and as you're hiring them, you need to rely on them to actually do the work and deploy them to do the work. If you're investing in your same city where you actually live, then you might be tempted to do the work yourself and go to the house in the middle of the night and fix a leaky toilet or something like that. No, you want to hire other people. So you get other people to do the work for you. That's how my business is automatic. I have realtors looking for properties for me, sending me emails. Hey, what do you think about this property? And I just drinking my coffee in the morning and look at the property, see if I want it. I have wholesalers sending me deals. I have other investors. I have property managers. I have deals all the time coming to me because they know I'm an investor, because they know I buy properties. So that's what you want to do, is you want to hire people and have them do the work. Just like property managers managing the property. You want them to find the tenants. If you have a leasing agent, they're going to be doing the work. If you have a handyman, which I personally love handymen, just like I love wholesalers, they're going to do the work for you at a lower price. So you want to hire the right people and have them do the work in the business. Now, the fourth thing that you absolutely must do in all this entire process is and here's a pro tip, I actually had to learn the hard way, so learn from my mistakes. What you want to do is you want to utilize every single person in the business to check on everybody else. Obviously, your property manager is your quarterback. You've heard me say that many times. Your property manager is your number one person in your business. But what you want to do is have everybody check on everybody. Have your realtor check on the plumber. Like, hey, realtor, you're going by the house. Can you just double check, make sure that toilet is, he said he was going to replace the toilet. Make sure it flushes, make sure it looks good. Can you just do that for me? Remember, this is a huge pro tip. I literally just teach this to my coaching students, but I'm giving this to you now. You can have other people check on other things. I'll give you an example. I had a sliding glass door replaced in one of my properties in Houston. And the sliding glass door was replaced. I see pictures, but I have no clue. I can't open it myself. I literally had an electrician going and changing some outlets and stuff like that. I said, hey, would you please go over to the sliding glass door, just open it up once or twice and just take a look at it, see if you notice any gaps or you have any, thoughts on it. And he said, sure. It literally took him like 30 seconds to go over there, open the door a couple times, and then make a quick text, hey, everything looks great. I'm like, perfect. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. And as you are working with these people that are working in your business, making sure that you are always having everybody check on everybody. I read the Bible. In fact, there's the Bible right there with my guns, but there's my Bible right there. And the Bible says how wisdom comes with a multitude of counselors. Basically, lots of people that would actually share with you their insights and what they see. And so as I read the Bible, it says that, wisdom comes from there. Well, I want to do my business right. I want to be wise in all my decisions. And so with all these counselors, basically lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people working my business, I get a lot of wisdom from them. And then I disseminate that in my brain. I figure out what's the best course of action. And then I make the decision because I have lots and lots of counselors. Now, the fifth thing that you must do, and this is a big deal. Like, if you get anything out of this, this is a very, very big deal. You need to run your business as a business. I'll say it again. Run your business as a business. Let me give you an example. Let's say you buy a house, your own personal house. You're living in, your family's in there and everything. You have a personal mortgage on it. You're not renting it out. You're literally living in it. If you do not pay your mortgage on time, you're going to get a fee. Okay, well, I'll have to pay a fee. If you still don't pay your mortgage and the fee, what's going to happen? They're going to start the foreclosure process. They're going to literally kick you out. And they literally have certain days that it must happen. If you don't pay by this day, you get a late fee. If you don't pay by this day, you start the foreclosure process. Like, we start to kick you out and take back the property. That's what you need to do in your business. Now, this is just one example of many things you need to do in your business to set up these business processes. These business processes are going to help you to, number one, not discriminate against anybody, because if you treat everybody the same, I don't care what color, what this, that, or the other, you treat everybody the same, I'm not discriminating against anybody. If you pay your rent, I keep you in there. You don't pay your rent, you get out. It doesn't matter to me who or what you are. We make sure that we're actually paying the rent. And so we're not discriminating. That's number one. Number two, it helps us to make sure that we're doing the right decisions for our business. I have 30 plus properties that make me a minimum of $250 a month in passive income. That's the minimum. I have a lot that make me a lot more, but this is how I feed my family. I put gas in my car. I pay my insurance. I have my roof over my head, pay for electricity, all that sort of stuff. I was going to say mortgage. I don't have a mortgage on my property. I'm really blessed to say that. But everything that's Passive income is how I make my money to provide for my family. If I have my tenants after 2 months of moving into the place say, oh man, Dustin, I can't, actually they talk to my property manager. I don't have them talk to me, but they say, you know what? I can't pay my mortgage because my car broke down. Or the next month, oh, my son got put in jail. Or, oh, I had my toothache and so I had to go to they have all these sob stories. And what I realize is not everybody's lying, but I can't tell who is lying and who is not. So what I decided to do was make everything so permanent. Like rent is due on the 1st. It is late after the 3rd. You get a late fee after that. Then on the 4th, I literally pin or have my property manager pin a 3-day notice on the door so that they can see it. In 3 days, we're going to start the eviction process, just like a mortgage company would start the foreclosure process. So 3 days later, I literally have my property manager start the eviction process because I'm making sure that I'm treating everybody the same, but also I need to feed my family. And here's another great thing. If you do this, you're going to be training your tenants to pay on time, to pay the full amount, to not have to worry about late fees, not have to worry about it being evicted, all these sort of things. So if you run your business as a business, this is just one of many different things that you need to do to run your business as a business. If you're doing that, you're going to get successful because you have that passive income. Remember, $250 a month in passive income coming in your pocket every single month and creating an automatic business where you're investing from thousands of miles away. If you implement these into your business, you're going to do very, very well and hopefully not lose money. Also, if you got anything out of this, I would love it if you smash that like button and actually hit that subscribe and that notification bell so I can continually give you, because I'm putting out so much great real estate investing information that I'm literally teaching to my students. And watch this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next one.